Hi there, I'm James LaVeck, and this is Life After Losses, where I share thoughts as a double widower on finding purpose and life again. This is entry 278, the things that matter now. There's a question that doesn't always get asked directly, but it shows up in how we live. What actually matters to you right now? Not what used to matter, not what you thought would matter, but what holds your attention today in the middle of a regular week? Because if you've lived long enough, that answer tends to change, and not always in ways that you expect. There's a point in our lives when we start noticing that what matters doesn't line up with the way it used to be. You'll be doing something and then realize something else changed. The way you spend your time without thinking too much about it, the conversations you stay in a little longer, the things you used to care about that don't seem to hold your attention the same way anymore. Life keeps moving, and from the outside, everything can look pretty consistent. You're still showing up, still doing what you do, still moving forward in a way that makes sense. But if you slow down long enough to notice, something feels different. Been there, done that. I used to put a lot of weight on things like goals, expectations, and certain ways I thought my time should be spent. At the time, they felt important. They were important at the time. They gave structure to how I moved through my days. They shaped how I thought about progress, about success, about whether I was doing things right. Yet over time, I noticed that some of those things didn't hold my attention the same way. I didn't wake up one day and decide they didn't matter. I just found myself thinking about them less, putting less energy into them, letting them sit without feeling the need to act on them right away. At the same time, other things started taking up more space. Time that feels unhurried has more value than it used to. Conversations that feel real, even if they're simple, stay with me longer. Work that feels meaningful, even when it doesn't lead to anything immediate, feels more worth showing up for. Even the way I think about what a good day is has changed. A good day used to mean checking things off a list, making progress, moving something forward. That's still a part and a place for that, but not the whole picture anymore. Now a good day might be where I felt present in the day and with the people I was interacting with, where I had a conversation that mattered, where I didn't feel like I was rushing through everything just to get the next thing, and where I felt I learned something. That change doesn't come from sitting down and reworking my priorities. It came from experience, from living through enough to start seeing what actually holds up over time and what doesn't, from realizing that some things take more energy than they're worth, and other things give something back that's harder to measure but easier to feel. Loss plays a role in that, whether you realize it right away or not. It changes how you look at time. It changes what feels urgent and what doesn't. It changes how much energy you're willing to spend on things that don't really matter to you, even if they used to. You start to become more aware of where your attention goes, and you notice when it's out of alignment with what you actually care about now. That can feel a little strange at first, especially when the things that matter to you now don't match who defined you, or what other people expect from you, or even what you expected from yourself at one point. There can be a moment where you question it, where you wonder if you're overlooking something, if you've let something go that you're supposed to be holding on to. But the more I've paid attention to it, the more it feels like clarity than anything else. It shows up in how you move through your life, in the choices you make without overthinking them, in the things that you give your time because you want to, not because you feel like you should, in the things you quietly stop investing yourself in without needing to make a big decision about it. And once you start to recognize that, you don't need to keep questioning it. You can trust it a little more because it's coming from how you're actually living, not from what you think your life should be looking like. And it will keep evolving. What matters to you now isn't rigidly fixed. It will continue to change as you do, as your life unfolds and as new experiences shape how you see things. That's part of building a life that actually fits who you are becoming. You're not locking yourself into a final version. You're paying attention to what matters now and letting that guide you forward. So now it's your turn. I'd like for you this week to think about what a good day looks like for you right now. Not what you think it should look like, but what actually feels meaningful when you experience it. What's part of that? What shows up consistently when a day feels good? And what used to matter to you that doesn't seem to carry the same weight anymore? From there, take a look at how you're spending your time and energy. Does it reflect what matters to you now? And if not, what's one small adjustment that would bring those closer together? Give it some thought. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.